Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. The news I've been reading in the past few weeks about immigration to Thailand, things were looking real good in December. I'll be the first one to say it. And then they seem to take a sharp turn, quite frankly, for the worse when it comes to being able to get into Thailand, ease of travel, etc. But a recent article, this came from ASEAN Now, that's ASEANnow.com. Article is titled, Deadline for Arrivals Under Thailand's, quote, test and go, unquote, scheme may be extended to mid-January. It's a bit of an older article, but that's really not the thrust of this video. This just caught me off guard. So we're quoting, they were citing Public Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul, quoting directly, he made clear that it is not possible to extend the deadline to February or April, as suggested by some tourism business operators, explaining that the government is focusing on quote-unquote quality tourists, not on the numbers. Well, I found that very strange because I don't see where there hardly are going to be any tourists now that we don't have test and go. So quality or otherwise, we're not really going to see a lot of numbers. And as we've discussed in other videos, going back, we cited the Bangkok Post noting that like 2018, GDP was tourism was roughly 20% of GDP, gross domestic product in Thailand. And in the first half of 2021, it was less than 2%. I just rounded up and said it was 2%. If we continue on this course the way we're going right now, we're probably in line for about the same amount of numbers, maybe lower, because at least back in 2021, there was still arguably some momentum. In fact, last year's high season, quote unquote, was, it was actually a little bit more open. And they shut back down. They went into a second lockdown. But the high season actually I thought it was a little bit more exuberant in going from 2020 to 2021 than frankly I saw it from going 2021 to 2022, especially after the suspension of test and go. Things were looking really good up until December 21, 2021. Moving forward, I don't know exactly what this means, but I will say that this notion of quality tourists versus numbers seems a little bit odd in light of the fact that we're really not seeing much of any tourists under current circumstances.